on the line. It's time for SHW 74.
Let's send it to the ring to the beautiful Diana Michelle.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is set for one fall. And it's for the Jake the Snake Legacy Championship.
So I guess I don't have to...
Introducing first, the challenger, weighing in at 269
Just keep walking. Just keep walking.
Well, I started to say that it's pretty safe to say that you aren't going to have a lot of unbiased opinions on this one.
I'll try my best. But of course, fans, we are starting out hot here at SHW 74. You're talking about title matches. Well, we're starting out with a huge one. JTS title is on the line right now.
It certainly is, and you see in the ring right now is the returning frat daddy, Bryce Cannon, who made his shocking return at SHW 73, literally showing up out of nowhere, attacking the champion, making the groundwork for this match here tonight.
Yeah, and like him or not, and a lot of us don't, he's going to give Kyle Matthews a run for his money.
He absolutely will.
Speaking of Kyle Matthews, here comes your Jake the Snake Legacy Champion.
And I'll tell you what, he has literally embodied what it means to be a champion and to hold up legacy.
Georgia, he is the Jake the Snake Legacy Champion.
So Kyle Matthews, again, has done some incredible things as the Jake the Snake Legacy Champion. I mean, let's just consider this. He right now is a mere 28 days away from becoming the longest reigning Jake the Snake Legacy Champion. But to do that, boy, he has a task ahead of him to get past Bryce Cannon tonight.
Man, what a title reign it has been. I mean, it's just been incredible to watch, GB.
It has been.
Match of the year candidate after match of the year candidate. I mean, you pick one, it's a candidate. It's got to be.
Absolutely, from QT Marshall, which actually was a match of the year candidate, to, of course, CT Keys, Nick Halen, Todd Sexton, and, of course, what happened.
Oh, come on.
Wow. So for those of you who did not see that, Bryce Cannon literally just threw his jacket at you, sir.
This is how we're starting the night.
Well, this could be a harbinger of things to come. And you got to think, this is Bryce Cannon's first match back here at Southern Honor since SHW 61. But, of course, he's been out due to injury, and we are accustomed to seeing him, of course, in tag team competition with his longtime partners, Exotic Youth. But here he is, really for the first time at Southern Honor on his own.
And there was the bell, and Kyle Matthews charging in right away, but already playing the mind games here. Bryce Cannon headed to the outside.
So let me ask right off the top, do you think that we're not going to see Exotic Youth at all here tonight?
You know, that's a great question because, as you mentioned already, I mean, it's very rare that we see them not travel in a pack.
Right.
And not interfere in each other's matches or on behalf of their tag team partners here. But to your point, first time ever, Bryce Cannon with a singles opportunity for singles gold here in SHW. And again, Matthews charges in, and once again, that coward dips to the outside.
So on one hand, you look at that for Bryce Cannon. I've got to wonder if Kyle Matthews might at some point be targeting the injury that kept Bryce Cannon out of this business for almost a year, that being the injury to his leg.
And you know, that would be the smart thing to do, but somebody like Kyle, you know, with so much respect for the business, I don't picture Kyle being the type of guy to target somebody's, you know, an old injury. But you never know here, because you got to do what you got to do to retain the title.
And I think right now Kyle Matthews wants to retain this chip. Think about what it would mean, the reign that Kyle Matthews has had. For Bryce Cannon to come in and on his first match become champion, that would not sit well with Kyle Matthews at all.
Oh, not at all. And none of the fans in the building either.
You better believe it. And so we talked about the leg.
He's picking the leg right there. Yeah.
You know, on one hand, you could wonder whether or not that's kind of mean or whatever, but I think it's smart strategy to go after that and to test that leg as Bryce Cannon has returned.
And there's that inverted crab from Kyle Matthews, the excellent technician, the man who's got an award named after him.
Yeah, 8 times he's won this award here in the state of Georgia. He is a legend, 21 years in this business. Kyle Matthews is special, and here's what's crazy. Usually when you get to about year 21, it's clear that you're on the tail end. You start winding down, but you can make the argument that Kyle Matthews is as good as he's ever been.
Oh, absolutely. It's the opposite with Matthews. Matthews he's pushing the gas. He's going even harder now than he ever has been.
It's very much the Benjamin Button effect here for Kyle Matthews, and now Matthews, look at this, kind of almost a surfboard of sorts.
This submission here, and again, that submission, a pin attempt here to retain. And just a 2 count, but that submission, along with the one earlier with that inverted crab, again, kind of focusing on that previously injured leg there of Bryce Cannon.
It's a brilliant move, and that's one of the reasons why Kyle Matthews has been champion for 238 days, is because he is a thinking man's wrestler. He is very, very cerebral in his approach. He's kind, he's considerate, he's respectful, but he's very intelligent.
Bryce trying to turn the tables there, but Kyle saw it coming. Shot to the gut, and now face first into the top turnbuckle goes that tip.
And so now I begin to wonder, again, Bryce Cannon has been out for basically a year. Do you think that ring rust is going to show up against someone as polished as Kyle Matthews?
You know what? Kyle Matthews being the ring veteran, of course, he hit hard there off the top turnbuckle. But being that ring veteran, shoulder first into the ring post goes Matthews. But being the ring veteran, you got it. You're going to be able to see everything. You're going to be like a shark smelling blood there if somebody's coming in there with ring rust or with the former injury. And we'll see here as Kyle Matthews trying to recover now, rolling back in the ring.
Well, speaking of injury, you saw Bryce Cannon starting to favor that leg there. And again, I get the feeling that could really play a factor into this contest here tonight.
And now Bryce trying to return the favor a little bit and go after the leg of Kyle Matthews.
So something that we're seeing that I'm not accustomed to seeing, usually when we see Bryce Cannon, it is inside of the tag team that is Exotic Youth. Bryce Cannon does not seem to be looking over his shoulder. He does not seem to be looking around, wanting to tag. Did Bryce Cannon gain a new level of confidence while he was out on injury?
Well, we talked about this on the podcast over the last few months. We talked about it, on the pre-show earlier tonight. Somebody who's been injured. We had Rosario Grillo talking about being injured for so long and how it just makes you that much more hungry.
For sure.
Right? And so he's been training harder. He's been in there and perhaps focusing more on a singles career. We don't know that for a fact, but to your point earlier, we haven't seen Exotic Youth last month or this month.
Right.
So, maybe he's just really focused on this singles career right now, and we'll see what happens in this matchup.
And, I don't want to be the one to kind of create any dissension among Exotic Youth, though I'm sure you wouldn't mind that. But I think many people would say that of the triumvirate that is Exotic Youth, Bryce Cannon's the standout star.
Well, he had so much going for him before that injury over a year ago.
Yeah.
So much so that I think he was in contention to be Wrestler of the Year in the state of Georgia had he not gotten injured.
Yeah, many people believed that 2024 was going to be the year of Bryce Cannon. And that injury took him out, and it really had the opportunity to completely debilitate him. But he chose not to let that happen. He rehabbed, and now he's going to work on the knee here of Kyle Matthews.
Yeah, as I mentioned, Kyle focused a little bit on Bryce's knee, and now Bryce returning the favor here.
And you heard Bryce Cannon really starting to echo some of the points that we've been making, that he'd been out for a year. His career had been really put on hold, and he didn't think he was coming back. So needless to say, Bryce Cannon has a real mission and goal here tonight, and that is to leave with the Jake the Snake Legacy Championship.
Kyle Matthews, the champion, in a bad way here, being brought back up to his feet the hard way, and
Now, you heard the people saying silence, and that partially is because Bryce Cannon is now going viral for being part of the first ever Silent Library match.
That's true. Our very own Diana Michelle was there as well. We talked about that on the pre-show a little bit. And could he go viral again here tonight by knocking off the champion that is Kyle Matthews?
Well, I'll tell you what, it would certainly be massive news and Bryce Cannon again hits that knee. And that knee, he's limping, and that could be a problem here.
Jawbreaker there from Matthews, creating some separation. Bryce fires back in, but no, eats an elbow from Matthews, and Matthews with another forearm right up under the chin of Bryce Cannon.
And now is where I think we start moving into the deep water that Kyle Matthews is so accustomed to.
Picture perfect drop kick from Matthews.
And Bryce Cannon's in trouble right now. Cannon is in trouble. Cannon goes over to the corner, and I wonder again, is Cannon thinking, would I do better by tagging out right now, but there's no one to tag?
Matthews might have been going for that slurpee kick he's known for, but he got the bandera up and over. Now the shoulder in through the ropes, right to the gut of Bryce Cannon. Up top goes Matthews. Huge crossbody. Pin attempt here to retain.
And we've got, no.
And oh man.
Count of two, close to retaining that championship. If Kyle Matthews is successful here tonight, he will have 6 title defenses under his belt, the most of anyone ever holding the Jake the Snake Legacy Championship.
Both men now back up. Back elbow for Matthews in the corner on Cannon. Cannon charges in. Huge clothesline to Matthews.
You know, we talked on the pre-show about the historic nature. Oh, wow.
Twisted T. Twisted T. We might have a new champ.
Whoa,
2 count.
Twisted T almost got us a 1, 2, 3.
Man, oh man.
But history will be made one way or the other here tonight. Either Bryce Cannon leaves as the 4th man to hold the Jake the Snake Legacy Championship, or Kyle Matthews has the most defenses and could potentially go on to be the longest reigning champion because he'll be champion clearly by the next show if he wins this match.
You've seen Bryce put people away with that move before, and you see the frustration on his face for not getting that 3 count. A reversal there into the corner. Up and over goes Bryce Cannon to the outside. And a big right elbow there to the jaw of Kyle Matthews.
Bryce Cannon realizes very clearly after that injury, you don't get very many title opportunities. And when you think that the opportunity to wrestle is over, you got to take full advantage.
Heads up. And Cannon comes crashing down as Matthews was in the right place at the right time. Now Matthews going back up top. Frog splash connects.
He got all of it, and he got him.
Ooh.
No, not yet. Not yet.
Cannon fires up the right shoulder just in time, but that was close, GB.
It was extremely close, and now we're going to see, indeed, does the frat daddy have what it takes post-injury to dethrone a red-hot Kyle Matthews?
Kyle's got to stay on him here while Bryce is down. Bryce still trying to recover from that frog splash. You see him holding his ribs right now. And Matthews going to go right back on the attack here. What's he got in mind? Perhaps looking for a suplex of sorts.
So many options here for Kyle Matthews, who is so skilled in that ring. But as you can see, kind of a block there and a potential reversal from Bryce Cannon there.
Now Bryce trying to reverse into a suplex, but a quick go behind, rear waist lock. Now standing switch by Bryce Cannon, but a back elbow for Matthews. Matthews into the ropes. Ducks a back elbow. And just got turned inside out with that tilt-a-whirl from Bryce Cannon.
Brilliant move, and we're seeing new moves in the arsenal here from Bryce Cannon. It makes me wonder, did that time off give him an opportunity to become even more creative in the ring?
Bryce back up.
Oh, no!
Oh, he's going to go for that disaster kick off the middle rope.
Oh, no, oh, no, oh, no, oh, no.
And
that is what we were concerned about.
Like him or not, you never want to see one of our competitors get injured here, but he slipped off the maybe perspiration on that middle rope. And
No.
He was going for that disaster kick off the middle rope and that previously injured left knee now.
You know, we don't want to see this kind of thing happen.
I mean, it's his first match back here, too.
Right.
After over a year of being on the injured list.
Oh, boy.
And our official David Weegley now going to check on Bryce on the outside here.
Bryce,
wait a second.
Wait. Whoa.
A stun gun off the top rope.
Are you kidding me?
The kickstand. The kickstand from Cannon.
No. What?
No.
Are you kidding me?
No freaking way.
Are you kidding me?
I don't believe what I just saw.
So Bryce Cannon pulled the wool over all of our eyes. We legitimately thought that his knee was re-injured, and he used that to now become the 4th ever Jake the Snake Legacy Champion.
An incredible reign from Kyle Matthews comes to an end at the hands of this no-good piece of you-know-what.
Well, like it or not, tonight, the frat boy becomes the frat daddy and the new Jake the Snake Legacy Champion. What a way to make a return to Southern Honor. I can't believe my eyes. Like it, lump it, love it. It's a fact of life, and this is how we're starting things tonight. Bryce Cannon.
Go to the back.
Oh my God.
Really?
Bryce Cannon is your new Jake the Snake Legacy Champion. And if this is a harbinger of things to come, this is going to be a night we're never going to forget.
It's going to be a long, long night, GB.
Oh my God. We got a new champ, folks.